Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken at his 4. Well, a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Pick me up. Here we go. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, hey. Watch the ship.
Rock it.
Let's see it.
Shoot.
Now a give, right side. Dobbins, a bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
He's checking. Crash. Check.
General West.
Ship. Slam.
On 2nd down now. Dobbins. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. An early task. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 40.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Hey, seam 6.
Hey, check Mike 57.
I got one.
Snap.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Here I come.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going.
Ready.
2nd and 10. The throw taken in by Cole. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a 1st down.
Ready. 18 Gator.
3 bar. Slam. Check 3.
Go.
Check 26.
Play. Go.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
3 bar. Watch twist.
Roll out. Hey, lock it.
Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
Let's go.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short.
Hard, hard.
Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Be driven, be driven.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So now the Rams send out the field goal team here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is indeed good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. 50, plant.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Nice.
They start the drive with a give to Powell. He finds an opening past the 40, the 40, the 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
The kicker on for the extra point.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Check 13. Check 13. Shoot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They're going to look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Mike, 53.
2nd and 4.
Let's go, Scoot.
It's caught by Bryant. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 34-yard line. This quarterback now 8 of 8 throwing the ball in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10.
53 is the Mike.
They'll look to throw.
Here we go again. Here we go
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
I got it. Check three, check three. Alert three, alert three. Alert three. Check.
Greystone travel. Hey, high 7.
So that'll back him up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, second and 15.
Watch the safety creep.
Recon 132 fighter. Hey, Haywood.
25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic.
Now back to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Third down and 15.
Ready, break.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Check safety.
Look, squeeze. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this score will stay right where it is. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Johnson the intended target, but it's going to be second down. So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw here. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Well, it was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here we go. 15 linemen. 15 linemen.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That one broken up by David Long on the defensive end.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Rams will go on offense here with a first and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, Do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Check your backer, check your backer.
Check nine, check nine. Topper, topper. Get it.
2nd and 3. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
Back to throw here. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 32-yard line. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Watch twist. Watch
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Leo.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st. First down, L.A.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Set up. 60 outlaw. Hey, Sam off. Check, look at me. Go.
On 1st down, Dobbins looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Rock it. Now.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins, and he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
Get off the field, D.
What?
Check 43.
On third down, here's Henderson. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. A 3-yard loss. Fourth down now.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And this one is right through. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 54 yards.
First down, Broncos.
Got it.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Speed dribble.
He'll look to throw. Got a man. It's Johnson. End zone for a Denver touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point attempt to come here. And that drive happened quickly, which is great because they scored the points, but then their defense has to come right back out on the field.
It is exciting, isn't it, for the offense to do that? The defense is saying, okay, that's cool, but let's not make it a habit. We need to get some rest sometime.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Hey, Charlie.
46-yard line.
Get it.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to fire one deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game.
On the ready.
But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Hey, let go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. This is complete to Michael Thomas. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Come on, set.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Coming this way, coming this way. Here we go, here we go. Here we go.
They'll drop the throw. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll look to throw again. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Johnson was the intended receiver. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Defense. Kill. Hey, turn it up.
22-jet bomber. Ready.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we come upon halftime with the visiting Broncos taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They go again with Powell. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Let's go. Mike 56. He can't hang.
Deep grip.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards.
Let's go.
Five.
Check. 53's Mike. Check.
Get it.
Here we go on second and 12. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins, and this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now 3rd and 4.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Check 31, check 31.
Check 50, check 50.
Go. Snap.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha.
57. Mike,
Ready?
They'll set up to throw. And this will be incomplete. physical play on the football there, and it's second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist, 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 twist. Save,
X3, 218, chop it. Let go.
Back to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Check. 53's mine.
Hey, orbit.
53's mine.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw.
It's gonna be a long day.
Over the middle, complete. That's Cochran. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 38-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. He'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Yo. Mike, 53.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. And an update from a game going on up in Santa Clara. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 34-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll run again. Again, it's Powell. It's a gain of 6. Moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
third quarter and you've got the lead, you're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready up.
This is Johnson. He's got it. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Going for the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
61, matchbox lights. Hey, high 7. Ready.
2nd and 10. Powell on the catch. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 30.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight down. There you go. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 51. Mike 51.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 18. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
They'll run on first down. Powell, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. Powell slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy leagues.
Is that what they call
receiver
PPR?
Still gets a point there. Yeah.
No.
And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
He'll run it. 80 weapon. Hey, wahoo! 25 to the mic. Hit it.
Second and long. The throw taken in by Cole. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 39. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit. But for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point up and through. And that makes it 24-13. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
51, Mike 51. I got you. I got you.
2nd and 9 now. That's taken in by Callaway. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. He'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
First down, Denver.
Here we go.
This quarterback now, 9 of 17 through the air.
Hey, let's go, let's go.
Hey, Delta.
Get in the weight room.
Be different. Be different.
Back to throw here. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. Trying to lay one up deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That one good for 37 yards.
37 yards. And the Broncos first down.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. On first down, it's Powell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Michael Thomas, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Number 28, Mike, he's coming, check it.
Get it ready.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 49.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Set, ready. 10 Lobo. Protein spill. Set, go.
They'll run on first down. Newberry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.